Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Film Box Podcast, a movie podcast where each week we reach onto our shelves and dive into the films we own on physical media, whether it's a beloved classic we've watched countless times or a hidden gem we're experiencing for the very first time. From VHS and DVD to Blu-ray and 4K, we revisit, rewatch, and re-examine films throughout history, good or bad. I'm your host, Aaryn Souza, and I'm joined today by my good friends Connor Jameson and Jasmine Chapatwala.
Hello.
And today we are taking a look at Best Picture winner Amadeus, 1984. Let's get into it. So, Amadeus, this is Connor, your pick.
Yes.
For our Best Picture winners month. I want to start with you. Power rank these three composer movies.
Okay.
Amadeus, Tar, and Maestro.
Maestro's last. Easy.
Figured.
Tar is second, but I don't think that we should discount Cate Blanchett's performance. That's probably one of the best of the decade. Probably should have won Best Actress that year.
Who won that year? Was that
Michelle Yeoh?
Michelle Yeoh? Yeah, that's tough.
But that was a sweeping year. But I mean, Amadeus is one of the best movies ever made, man. I mean,
ooh,
so we did my top 25 like I guess 2 years ago now. I hadn't seen it yet, and as soon as I saw it, it went right up on the list.
Really?
It is that good.
I honestly did not expect that from you, so I'm interested in talking about this in more in depth. Jasmine, do you agree with that power ranking?
Yeah, though that's exactly how I would rank them. Especially like Maestro, like, you know, it's Amadeus, Tar, and then Maestro's like on the floor. In my opinion. Also because when I watched Tar for the first time, I had no idea it was not about a real person.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Which is pretty...
You could have convinced me it was.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, wow, this is such a great like biopic. Oh, wait.
All right. So I also wanted to ask, because this has kind of been a topic on that's really relevant to this movie. Do you like it when historical films take a lot of liberties and fictionalize things, or do you prefer when they're like as historically accurate as possible?
For me, I prefer kind of like them taking a little bit of liberty. Obviously, if you're just sticking with like complete historical accuracy, it just kind of seems like you're hitting all the beats, like you're just being more informational. Obviously, we don't know that if Mozart's laugh was like that.
It wasn't. It was, I mean, there was, so in the research, there was like one claim by one person that he had an obnoxious laugh. And
like
this laugh was invented by the actor, by Tom Hulce. That's how you pronounce it. But also, like, the whole of the rivalry between Mozart and
Salieri,
seemingly mostly fictionalized.
Yes, but for the theme of what this film is about, I feel like it works so well to make them enemies. And
I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, I think if it's done right, if it's done like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Oppenheimer versus Amadeus debate, really, the way that I was looking at it. It's like Oppenheimer, again, Best Picture winner, pretty accurate to how things went. With a little bit of liberties versus Amadeus, like, here's figures that were real, but this movie's basically completely fiction. I kind of like it. I kind of like when movies do that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's something that's going to come up, but these are Italian and German people, not a single Italian or German accent.
Yeah, this is definitely going to come up later, so I will save my thoughts.
Yeah, but yeah, you make a good story. I don't care. Take the characters and tell a good tale.
I think this movie proves that point of like it doesn't really matter about the accuracy if you can just make a good movie.
Yeah.
Like Gladiator 2 is not the best example of this, but like, you know,
Napoleon
fairly entertaining movie. but extremely historically inaccurate. And Ridley Scott was like, "We're just gonna put sharks in the Coliseum because why not? Because it looks cool, and hey, I'm here for it."
Yeah.
All right, well, let's okay, so let's talk Amadeus. First off, have you guys seen this before, or is this a first time watch?
I've seen it before.
Yeah, I've seen it before too.
Okay, this was my first time. So
Lucky you.
yeah, so it was quite fun. So we did, just as like a blanket, we watched the director's cut. So I know that there's some comparisons. The director's cut is 20 minutes longer. Some people prefer that. Some people prefer the theatrical. We watched the director's cut so we can kind of get the full story. That's just carte blanche. That's how it is. Do any of you own this movie on physical media?
I do.
Do you have it available, Jasmine?
No, my mom has it. It's one of her favorite movies ever, so
Oh.
she keeps that one at her house.
Fantastic. Is it Blu-ray, DVD, 4K?
Oh, it's I'm not even kidding you. It's a video. Like tape.
Oh, it's a VHS?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yep.
I love it. So we all own it then. Connor, you have the director's cut DVD, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Slipcase.
One of the coolest covers, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, got the
Ooh.
2 discs with the bonus features, a lot of the making of. Pretty cool.
And I have, for my collection, this is actually the theatrical cut of Amadeus. In the Snapcase, which I love. I don't know about you guys, I love these like old Snapcase DVDs. I think they're fantastic. I have a whole collection on the floor. You can't see it, it's behind me, but like I have like a collection probably of like 40 Snapcase DVDs. So this one's really cool. And it's got an iconic shot inside the slipcase. Or inside the Snapcase. So I actually didn't watch this edition for when we did it. So I popped the director's cut on Amazon, but I also have in the mail coming the director's cut on Blu-ray.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I will have that. But yeah, I was doing some research on this. So actually so this DVD was the first version of the DVD released in like the late 90s, which was the theatrical. And then starting from 2002, when they released Connor's version of the DVD, all the way to 2025, the only edition you could get was the director's cut. Until they released both on 4K, on the 4K copy. So this was actually kind of a rare piece to have because all of the other issues, including the Blu-rays and everything, was all director's cut only. You couldn't get the theatrical, which is pretty cool. Just a nice little historical moment about the physical media. But if you're not like us and you don't own the movie, you can watch this movie. You just have to rent it pretty much anywhere. It's not available on like standard streaming, so you do have to rent it on VOD. Honestly, though, you could do pretty good spending $3.99 to rent this movie. And Amazon's having a sale on it. You could buy it outright on Prime for $7.99.
Worth it.
Yeah, I did not do that, but it's also because I have a Blu-ray in the mail, and I don't need multiple copies of it. So, all right, that is our physical media highlight. Let's do a little basic overview of this movie. If you're unfamiliar with Amadeus, this is a 1984 period drama film based on the play by Peter Shaffer and directed by Milos Forman, who you might know from a little film called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And also this movie was written by Peter Shaffer, who wrote the stage play. He also wrote this film. And cinematography by Miroslav Ondřiček, which has a fairly large and lengthy filmography. But Connor, you might like this, because this is also the guy that shot A League of Their Own. A good baseball movie.
Excellent baseball movie.
Yeah, distributed by Orion Pictures and released September 19th, 1984, with a runtime of 180 minutes. It is a 3-hour long epic, folks. It's had an estimated budget of $18 million. What was the worldwide gross?
100.
I'm gonna go like 120.
This movie grossed $51 million worldwide,
Whoa.
which in 1984 was actually not bad. And let's talk about the box office. So in 1984 at the box office, your number one movie was Beverly Hills Cop. Give me a guess on Beverly Hills Cop.
280.
Okay. Yeah. I have no idea. 280 sounds good. I'll agree with you.
It was 234 was the number one movie. There were only 4 movies that made over 100 million at the box office. They were Beverly Hills Cop, Ghostbusters, also 1984, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and Gremlins. And Amadeus at 51 million was 12th at the box office.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, 1980s kind of, money is a little bit different. So it sounds like it's a bit of a flop, but it actually was quite successful. Also in the top 12, I guess, Karate Kid, $90 million. Police
Makes
Academy was 81 million. Footloose, little Kevin Bacon, was 80 million. Romancing the Stone, 76 million. Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, was 76 million. One of the craziest rom-com concepts of all time, Splash with Tom Hanks, $69 million. Purple Rain, $68 million, and then Amadeus. It's a good lineup of movies. We used to be a society where we made original movies like Splash and Purple Rain. And Amadeus, for that matter.
Yeah, but now we make Maestro. And
Well,
we laugh about it.
Yeah, I liked Maestro, so I had it rated at I think a 4 or 4.5. I liked it. I haven't seen it since, but I liked it in the moment.
I have just like unrequited beef with Bradley Cooper for no reason. There's just something about his face. You ever have those people? Like an actor or someone, you're like, there's no reason for me to not be able to stand you. It's like, you're not even a bad actor.
Not gonna lie, that was me with Gwyneth Paltrow. We did it last week. Although she's kind of gone off the rails a little bit in recent years in her personal life with the the Goop stuff.
Yep.
But I don't know. I just always didn't like her as an actress. But she was really good in Shakespeare in Love, so maybe it's turning around a little. All right. now that we got that out of the way,
I don't know if you were waiting for me to say someone I hated.
I didn't know if you were.
Do you have one?
Do you have one?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's just someone who like pops up on screen and no reason. I'm like, why are you here?
Yeah.
I'll think of someone by the end of this.
We're just haters, Aaron.
I'm just I'm a hater at heart.
Well, this is the movie for you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, so that's the basic overview in the box office. Why don't you talk to us about what the people thought, Connor?
Yeah, well, this as I've kind of said, this is a great movie. It's sitting at a 90% with the critics, 95% with audiences.
Nice.
And an 8.4 on IMDb. And our guy Big Raj, 4 out of 4.
Ooh.
And so he reviewed this twice. Once for the theatrical cut and then once for the director's cut. 4 stars both times. So, not that I expected 20 minutes to really change the overall thoughts, but
There are actually some pivotal scenes in this movie from the director's cut.
For sure. But I didn't think it's like, I can't believe they included this. 3 stars. But here's a snippet. This is from the 1984 review. Just because there's nothing really pivotal that he added in his review in the 2002 one that was specific. So he says Amadeus is a magnificent film, full and tender and funny and charming, and at the end, sad and angry too, because in the character of Salieri, it has given us a way to understand not only greatness but our own lack of it. This movie's fundamental question, I think, is whether we can learn to be grateful for the happiness of others, and that, of course, is a test of sainthood. How many movies ask such questions and succeed in being fun as well?
Yeah, hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to take away from this.
Yeah. All right. So now we've got what? Yeah.
1 star.
Uh-huh.
So this comes from Braveheart 1626 on October 19th, 2001. So
a little bit after.
Yeah. I'm not going to make a joke there. If you're some musical person, watch it. Otherwise, I think it's a bad movie.
Oof.
What's wrong with these people? Mozart is portrayed as a dumbass and a genius. If he was like that, I hate him and people like that. It's as if they haven't lived a single day in their lives. This movie is a bad movie because of the music, which gets on my nerves. The directing isn't great and the storyline is boring. There's no inspiration, no acting, and the way Mozart dies is pathetic. The guy makes him think too much and his dumbass brain works too much. That's what he gets. Mozart is no hero. You want a heroic movie? That's Scarface and Braveheart.
Okay, fuck off.
Listen, there's a lot on his mind in 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. He's hell-bent for revenge or something.
Yeah. That's so funny. He's like, this movie sucks because it wasn't Braveheart or Scarface.
Yeah. Those are the only 2 movies I've ever seen.
And liked, apparently.
It is crazy to say the music sucks in this movie, though.
It's
That's
literally
just
all
wild.
Mozart. It's like what? There's like 2 songs. I was looking at the soundtrack. 2 songs from this movie are not Mozart. Everything else is Mozart. And one of them is a Salieri piece.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then again, we touched. Man, the action movie crowd stays undefeated with the "this movie's not for you" thing that I described the other week. Yeah, you can't go into this movie expecting explosions and car chases. You're not gonna get it. Al Pacino's not coming in to blow up a bunch of people with a grenade launcher. It's there's a
Mozart
little bit more
dies
subtlety.
like a bitch. Like, he should have taken an arrow to the head.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, well.
All right. Why don't you run us through the plot of this movie?
Yeah. So, this is a story that's told kind of in the past and the present. I wouldn't say non-linearly. So, in the present, composer Antonio Salieri is committed to a psych hospital after trying to commit suicide. Priest Father Vogel wants him to confess his sins close to death, and in turn, hears about how Salieri murdered Mozart. Mozart was a child prodigy, and Salieri, who was older, was never allowed to learn at the behest of his father. After his father dies, he takes it as a sign from God that he will be a famous musician. He soon becomes a court composer to the Roman Emperor Joseph II. When the two meet, Salieri is taken aback at how talented but immature and obscene Mozart is, and makes it his mission to destroy Mozart to defy God. Mozart struggles to find an audience for his new progressive music and struggles with debt, but he bonds with Salieri over the emperor's lack of musical taste, even though he doesn't find Salieri's work impressive. Mozart takes on multiple operas, which are canceled until he lands the magical flute, a vaudeville, for a friend. Salieri deceives him into working on a requiem at the same time, causing Mozart to exhaust himself and drive his wife Constance and his son away with his erratic behavior. The magic flute is successful, but Mozart collapses in exhaustion before it finishes. Salieri pushes him to complete the requiem as he is desperate for more of Mozart's music, and the two bond as he accepts Mozart as a superior composer. Mozart dies, and Constance locks away the requiem before Salieri can claim it. In the present, Father Vogel can't absolve Salieri of his past, and the movie ends with Salieri proclaiming himself the patron saint of mediocrities as Mozart laughs from beyond. And that
I'll tell you
was
what.
Amadeus.
I just want to say, like, off the top, um, it's some people don't like it. I like when, and it worked for me. The lead in of here's a character kind of on his deathbed doing like a confession that takes him back through his whole life. I like that. I think that's an effective plot device. Some people think it's corny and or cheesy or whatever. I've never had a problem with it.
No, I think it's a great framing device.
Yeah.
Because I think when you get him kind of like reflecting on the decisions he was making, it adds just a layer of just an added perspective.
Okay, brief technical difficulties. It wouldn't be pod this month apparently without some technical difficulties. So, Connor, you were speaking about Salieri. Please continue.
Yeah. So I was just saying, it's good that we get both perspectives because, and I don't know why it dawned on me this time, but not the first time, that I guess we're just jumping into what works. What I really like is that Salieri is not a reliable narrator.
Yeah.
And it dawned on me this watch and not the first watch, but like he's in a psych hospital for a reason. And when you do like a little digging on his background, like in real life, when he claimed in real life, he did claim that he killed Mozart, but his family was saying that it was because of dementia, which when you kind of put those two pieces together, it's like, is anything he's telling Father Vogel actually true?
Right.
And I kind of like that. It kind of muddies the water of what he's saying actually true.
Yeah. I got the sense pretty quickly on this watch that, like, obviously Salieri is like an unreliable narrator, but like just in the way that he was describing Mozart and how Mozart was portrayed, it felt very like, sure, maybe some aspects of this guy's personality were present, but like it's lifted up quite a bit. Like, do I think he was like an immature party animal that was like always laughing at stuff and like kind of bumping up against the norms of and the customs of some of these more elegant and noble people? Probably not. But is that the way that Salieri perceived him to be? Absolutely, 100%. He thought of him as this like snobby kid with gifts from God, and that's not fair to him. So, it is kind of like it's in that same vein. Like, no, he's not a reliable narrator, and I like that the movie presents it that way.
Yeah.
And in that same vein too, one of the things I liked is that I said it was bold to have a movie that featured Mozart called Amadeus, and he's not the main character. It's kind of it's a cool concept, and I like it.
Yeah.
Jasmine, what did you have that you liked?
So just thematically, I really love the idea of like mediocrity versus genius and how like they're personified between the two of them. And I think that like helps it play out. Like the entire film plays out more like a tragedy when you realize it's from the perspective of like, or not realize, but when, you take the reflection of Salieri and like he's telling his story, he's explaining it, and you can just look at it as like, this is genuinely sad because he's, so good. And obviously it was a play, right? And then translated to film.
So this was a play by Peter Shaffer that was based on a play by a Russian playwright called Mozart and Salieri from like the 50s, and then Shaffer made it, and then he adapted it into the film.
Yeah, which, I mean, it's just the way to tell this story makes it so much more fascinating from that lens of just him always, and also like kind of positing Mozart as like God. So it's just like he has beef with God. And I think it's really just thematically, like everything worked for me. I was just like thinking the entire time, which, in a good way. Like I was in the movie, but I was like, whoa, what a cool.
Yeah. That's what I liked about this so much is it's not like Salieri hates Mozart. It's more like he hates what Mozart means to him.
Yeah.
It's more of like his whole fight is with God because of everything he feels like he gave up for the talent, and he sees that this idiot basically has all that talent that he asked for and prayed for and gave up for without having to put in the time and struggle that he did.
Yeah.
I think that's so much more compelling than just I'm just jealous of this kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not jealous of Mozart the person. He's jealous of what Mozart can do. And
Yeah.
he's jealous that he loves Mozart. Like, I mean, it's true in throughout the film. He makes it very clear in multiple instances that he truly believes Mozart's a genius, and he loves the stuff that he does, and he hates that he loves it.
Yeah.
And that's really an interesting conflict.
Yeah.
He like can't help but like respect him.
Yeah. I mean, he went and saw Don Giovanni 5 times.
Right.
You know, he couldn't get enough of it, and it ate him up inside because he just wanted that talent, and he couldn't believe that this person was making all of this stuff that he loved.
Right.
It's such an effective plot device. Another thing that really worked for me here is how lavish and well done the sets are.
Yes.
All of the like castles and interiors are really, really pretty and well adorned, and then also like the psych ward is dingy and dirty and gross and disgusting, and it's great. It works really well. Connor, what did you like?
Before getting into bigger things, I think what really sells the movie for me is nailing the opening and nailing the closing.
Yes.
And this movie absolutely knocks it out of the park. I mean,
Yeah.
this opening is like, obviously there's like the little bit with the servants eating his food, but
Yeah, I thought that was fine.
it's fine. But like them opening the door to see him like slitting his throat with like
Yeah.
the music crescendoing is like haunting. And then the ending of him proclaiming himself the patron saint of mediocrities, and like the priest is just like looking on in like almost horror.
Yeah.
Because he's also saying like I speak for you too, kind of like damning the priest to mediocrity as well, that like he couldn't absolve him. Absolutely masterpiece.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that will stick with you like long after you finish the movie.
Yeah, and also we're gonna talk about it in best moments, but the funeral to Mozart's Requiem, holy shit! I mean, talk about haunting. That song is, I mean, it's brilliant, and you're leading the whole movie up to that moment, and then you just absolutely nail it like that. Is I was like, it was chills, straight chills. On a less serious note, Mozart's laugh really worked for me.
Yes, I have that written
Fantastic.
down too. It's yeah. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so specific. I actually watched a trailer a few days before watching it just because I was like, let me like, just get a little idea of how it's presented at the time. The trailer is just like his laugh after his laugh after his laugh.
It's fantastic. Yeah, they really play it up. But honestly, it works every time.
Yep.
Every single time I'm like, yep, there it is. And I also, we've kind of touched on it too, but I also like how the movie makes it clear how much better Mozart really was from everyone else. Like, they don't beat you over the head with it, but like you can see it.
Yeah.
In everything he does. Like, he's just that much more talented, and they don't like take the time to be like, Mozart is a genius and he's the best and he's amazing, and you just see it.
Yeah, I mean,
That
I
really
like
works.
at the masquerade party. That was kind of like the real show and tell moment of it. Of like, they're like holding him and they're like play Bach,
Yeah.
and he does, and it's like, okay, now we're gonna flip you upside down and you're gonna play it backwards. Nails it.
Yep.
It's just incredible.
Yeah. Another thing that I really liked that worked for me, that was just a cool touch, when the characters are reading the sheet music, and then you hear the music playing as they're reading it, and then it cuts out when they stop. So you actually like understand like this is what these people are quote unquote seeing when they read the sheet music or they're hearing it. Very cool. I like it. That was a cool touch. Really cool, effective use of music.
Yeah, I think it was very noteworthy too when it was used when they were writing the Requiem. That it started with like only Mozart could hear it, and it's like that was what separates him from like Salieri. Is like that's why he's so gifted, is he can hear the music in his head as he's just even composing it, while Salieri's like just lacking behind him.
I watched Oppenheimer, the first like 15 minutes of Oppenheimer yesterday as I was just hanging out. And that the moment where Kenneth Branagh's character says, "Can you hear the music?" and it was straight up like, yeah, I mean he can. Mozart could hear the music, and Salieri could just see it.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
And I think that's like especially like obvious at the very end when he's writing the Requiem for him and he's looking at him and he's like finally able to see like, okay, this guy just has something that's just completely unattainable to just anyone. And I think it's like heartbreaking and also like really cool to watch.
And Salieri's like intoxicated by it.
Yeah,
he can't get enough. He wants to keep going, and he's not like in that moment. I truly don't believe that he's like trying to exhaust him to the point of where he dies. I think he's just so like taken aback, so enchanted, entranced by the fact that Mozart just has this music in his head, and he can just play it out part by part on and describe it exactly to Salieri. He's just he can't stop at that point. And it's incredible.
Agreed.
Jasmine, give me something else that worked.
Another thing is I like that the movie like kind of starts off and you feel like you're watching like a biopic and then it switches to like a psychological study really of like Salieri more than Mozart. But I like the way that it like almost not necessarily tricks you, but it's like, hey, this is going to be the movie. And then as it goes on, you're like, oh no, this is not just a good movie. This is great. And it's seamless. I love that. I think that really worked for me. It kept me super, super invested.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And on that same vein too, of staying invested, the genre switches. What really worked for me too was that like the characters had enough charm throughout the movie to like keep things moving along and keep me interested. Because like, no secret, this is a long movie. It's 3 hours long. You have to do things in the movie to keep someone into it the whole time. Like. And I felt like the characters, Mozart especially was a really interesting character. Salieri was really interesting, and even some of the side characters like the Emperor and Constance, and they all had their things about them that kind of kept me into it as we were rolling along, and didn't just feel like I don't want to say boring, but something like this can get boring if you don't do it right.
Yeah.
I also really liked how, we've been speaking on this sort of rivalry. I liked how they presented very intentionally that the rivalry is completely one-sided. That Salieri is obsessed with Mozart, and Mozart just sees Salieri as like a friend. They don't have a true rivalry, but to Salieri, like, this is the man that has ruined his whole life. And he, even though he died early, he can't stop thinking about him. And yet Mozart's just like, hey man, I need your help. You've been a good friend to me. Can you loan me some money? Like, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. To that point, I do like how they build it up, kind of establishing that one-sided rivalry of it, like how Mozart just comes in and kind of like embarrasses his work, starting with the March for the Emperor, just completely makes it 100 times better. Again, the Masquerade Party, he kind of makes fun of him, but again, it's all one-sided because Mozart's just like, please help me get this job, get this post. Like, you're the only person I can really confide into about this. Yeah. And then, like, the scene of Constance and Salieri. Again, I think that's only in the director's cut, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that is a very pivotal scene in Salieri's character about him trying to get them to. He's trying to embarrass them and trying to just like get them as low as they can go. And it's his own insecurity that can't let him get there. So it's even like there, it's like he wants to keep ruining Mozart and his family, and he just can't do it. It's just adding layers and layers to why he just doesn't like this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it was a revenge thing for me, the way I looked at it. Because like Salieri obviously has a thing for that actress, that very clearly had a fling with Mozart, and so he's like, well, I'm gonna screw your wife, and then he just can't even bring himself to do that because it's like defiling in the face of God in his mind. And, it's just it really is like a mental deterioration for Salieri, and like that again, that like you said, that first kind of step into like this guy's just gonna do everything he can to ruin him, but he can't go that far.
No.
And that's when he declares his war on God too, which I thought was an amazing scene.
Yep. We haven't talked about it yet. Costumes and wigs in this movie, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love the scene in the beginning where he's trying on all the wigs and he's like, I wish I had 3 heads. And I'm like, these are all terrible and I love them.
They're all disgusting. It's just they just did such good work on the costuming. Really, really impressive. And I wanted to mention too, I like that Constance is a supportive wife. Like she's with him for most of the movie. Towards the end, there's like a little bit of an ultimatum of, you can't keep killing yourself over this. But she supports him. She, negotiates for him. She's there for his work. She's not like she's not like a deadbeat or like you need to stop working because like I'm here or we have a family. She's like, you're a genius and I know that, and you need to do it. Okay, anything else that worked for you guys?
I mean,
without diving up, go ahead.
No, I mean, that's kind of just pretty much everything. So.
All right.
I was just gonna say we don't have to dive too deep into it because I mean the entire movie hinges around them, but excellent performances from Murray Abraham and Tom Hulce.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll get into that in a minute, but they're both really good. I mean, you said it. This movie hinges on them. It's bad if they don't work, but they work really well. Okay, let's go to what doesn't work then. I've got a few things. So some of the scenes, and maybe it's just like a director's cut thing, some of the scenes carried on a little long. Like you probably could have cut 10 minutes from the director's cut, and you still have all of the pivotal scenes, but there's a better pacing to it because some of the scenes are a little bit long.
Yeah, I think some of the operas they let play out.
Yeah,
a bit.
Although I fucking love the operas so much.
They are so good, but it's like you get to watch the entire opera basically.
Yeah. There are also sections of this movie, large sections of this movie, where Salieri is just not there, and like I need a little bit more. I mean, the movie's about Mozart, but it's really about Salieri. I need a little bit more of him sometimes. And then the other thing I had is I just wish we got more Vienna.
Yeah.
Could have used a little bit more. Like of the actual city, because there's a lot of interiors in this movie. they shot this movie in Prague, but like I could have used more Prague. Like, just give me some more exteriors. What about you guys? What doesn't work?
I literally have the one thing. Well, technically two, but one is just the pacing. Like you said, there's certain times when it just slows it down, and I think especially when you have a movie this long, like it's in the middle,
Yeah.
that it's like really noticeable to me. And I was like, okay, well, fine, nitpick here and there. And then the only other tiny nitpick is that I did find it a little more difficult to emotionally engage with the film. I was like very invested in the story, but emotionally, I feel like I wasn't necessarily there. And I think that's partially because of the way it's told. And again, it's like a tiny, tiny nitpick where it's like it doesn't hurt the experience or the film for me. I just, again, could have used just the slightest bit of like an emotional pull.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's so stereotypical, but like an emotional crash out from Salieri would have been pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Like a real crash out.
Yeah.
Versus like, you know, declaring war on God stuff is really good and you know, stuff like that. But like, I need him throwing a chair.
Yeah.
You know, give me like a real crash out, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy hates his life.
Exactly.
I only had two things, and they're both minor. I already mentioned the one about when you make a point about like languages and like should this opera be in Italian or German, and there's not a single accent in sight, a little funny. And then it's not the movie's fault, but as always, fuck Jeffrey Jones. He's a sex offender, and
Yeah.
they didn't know it at the time, but
Yep. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
yep.
Good point. Good note. Appreciate you adding that in.
Yeah,
All right.
I like that.
Yeah, best moments. I have the scene with Salieri and Constance where they almost have sex and then they don't. All of the operas. I initially started listing out like this opera's really good. This opera's really, and I was just like, they're all fantastic. So all of the operas. Mozart begging to do Figaro to the Emperor was a great scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mozart and Salieri finishing the Requiem together, and then the funeral with the music just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I guess I actually should mention the best moment for the scene with Salieri and Constance. I love that they pay that off at the end, where she actively is disgusted by him being in the presence when she comes back home. Like that setup and payoff is really, really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
What about you guys? Any other moments?
I have my favorite moment actually as Salieri's court composition when he's doing like the march for Mozart to walk into and his like entrance. Just because in that scene, like you just see like the hatred, and you see like how he's looking at everyone else who is watching Mozart and just the way they react to him. And I also think it's just diabolical of Mozart to just sit there and be like, hold on, what about this?
This is
I'm
better.
like, oh
I can do
my
it
God.
better.
I'm like, no wonder he hates this guy so much. I'm like, he just like poured his heart and soul and like yeah. I think that's one of my favorite scenes. I think it like kind of sums up a lot of, the movie for me in that one scene. But yeah.
Yeah, the fact that he like memorized it off one lesson,
Yep.
didn't even need the sheet music, which is like, yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah. And he didn't have to
then
do that.
And then made it better.
Yeah. He like for sure didn't have to do that just to, he could have just been like, yeah, go ahead, put it there and not looked at it. But like, no, he was making a point of being like, I don't need that. You can take that away. I'm good.
Yeah.
I got this.
So I got a couple more. Salieri first kind of witnessing Mozart. Getting to see his immature side, but also the brilliance of his music. A lot of these are going to come down to just how good F. Murray Abraham is at just his emotions.
Yeah.
And And I'm glad he wasn't like subtly trying to portray emotions. Like you see it all on his face.
Yeah.
Speaking on that, my favorite moment is when he's reading the drafts that Constance brings leading up to this scene. It's the meme of him like reading and then just dropping everything, but it
Yeah.
is so good of him. Like
Powerful.
seeing it and just being overwhelmed by how good it is. That
And
he just-
hearing the music. You can hear
Exactly.
the music in the background. It's
the masquerade party. Salieri visiting Mozart dressed as the ghost of his father to get him to accept the requiem. And then the ending. I speak for all mediocrities in the world. I am their champion. I am their patron saint.
Yeah. There's a lot of really good scenes in this movie.
It's a good movie, man.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. All right. Which is the best? I mean, to me personally, I have the writing the Requiem.
Yep. I was gonna say. I feel like you have to just give it to the Requiem.
Yeah, that was really good. Okay, Connor, your choice category.
Yeah, so I was between two, but I feel like this is probably the easy one to go to. Can I convince someone that this is based on a true story? Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
I think there's, and maybe this is a hot take that I personally hold. I think there's a certain point in history, once you get a little past it, you can convince someone that anything happens.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, with the dinosaurs, like, Spielberg convinced everyone that dinosaurs just looked and sounded like this, even though scientists have said, like, no, based on everything we found, they would look and sound like that. So you can absolutely convince someone that, like, Salieri actually did hate Mozart, drove him to kill himself, or not kill himself, but drove him to exhaustion and forced him to die, because he did die writing the Requiem.
Yeah. That category was submitted by user Esmeraldo4 on Reddit.
Nice.
Okay, I like that. That's a good poll. All right, Oscars do-over. Let's take a look at the Oscars here. This movie was nominated for 11 Academy Awards, winning 8 of them. It won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor for F. Murray Abraham, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Art Direction, Best Costume Editing, Best Makeup, and Best Sound. And it was nominated for Best Cinematography, Best Film Editing, and also a second Best Actor nomination for Tom Hulce.
Wow.
It's kind of doesn't happen very often that you get 2 Best Actors in the same movie. That's really, I mean, a testament to their performances. Is there anything you guys would change? Because I've got one thing.
It's very ethical that they didn't do this, but I think if they run Tom Hulce in supporting, I think he probably wins.
Yeah. Tom Hulce supporting that year. This was kind of a weird Oscar year because I talked about the box office, and there's some real heavy hitters at the box office. But like in Best Supporting Actor, Hang Nor wins for The Killing Fields, which was another very well represented film at this year's Oscars. The other
Basically,
nominees,
everything they lost to was to The Killing Fields.
yes. The other nominees in Best Supporting Actor: Adolf Caesar in A Soldier's Story, John Malkovich for Places in the Heart, Pat Morita in The Karate Kid. It's a pretty good nom. And then Ralph Richardson for Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes. I mean, we can slide Tom Hulce into any of those spots, really. In that same vein, I think you can take Best Actress in a supporting role and slide in Elizabeth Berridge in there as Constance, because Best Supporting Actress, Peggy Ashcroft won for A Passage to India. The other nominees were Glenn Close in The Natural, Lindsay Krause, Places in the Heart, Christina Lottie in Swing Shift, and Geraldine Page, The Pope of Greenwich Village. I mean, when was the last time we talked about Pope and Greenwich Village? Like, come on, we can slide someone out and slide in Elizabeth Berridge.
I agree.
Jasmine, do you have any other like changes to this year's Oscars?
I mean, no. I
Fair.
just yeah, it's solid. It's
Yeah.
fine.
This
Yeah.
was a tough one because like
Yeah.
this movie was like the best
Yeah.
and it won a lot.
Yeah. So it's kind of just like good. Yeah. Awesome.
um, okay, well let's move on to Heat Check. I've got one for you. This is the best performance by a single scene actor. How about Barbara Brine as Frau Weber, the landlady? Just having an absolute freak out and then fainting and then is never in the movie again. It's
Yep.
fantastic.
That's exactly who I was giving it to.
Fantastic. It's really good. She like interrupts the entire end of that opera to be like,
Yep.
oh, hello.
And she's like, "Hello, let me up. You let my daughter
Yeah.
up. Let me up."
Yep. She just absolutely eats for 3 minutes and then is never in the movie again.
Yep. Love that.
So speaking of other people that could be that could have been oh actually before we do that, Jasmine, is your choice category.
Oh yes, I have mine. The Whose Car Are We Gonna Take award for the Ride or Die.
This is a category submitted by user KH111308 on Reddit.
Yes. I'm giving that to Constance because she is just with him. She knows what's best for him. She's like, I'm gonna sit at this table while you drink and do things you shouldn't be doing, but I'm here.
Yep.
He still sneaks out and all that, but like,
hey,
yeah, no,
she's there for him.
She's there. She's there. She's even like, he's on his deathbed and he clearly invited Salieri to like stay with him. And she's like, get this guy out of here. I like her. Mm-hmm. I would trust her with my life, I think.
For sure.
Yeah. For the manager too.
Right?
Negotiates on his behalf for more money.
It's like we're not taking half the receipts. We need a down payment.
Yeah. She's like, oh, where's the money now? I want the money now. And he can't even argue with her. She's like, all right. He's like, all right. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. She's fucking awesome in this movie. Great character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Okay, casting call. Some other people could have been in this movie. I want to run it down for you. There's some really cool stuff here. So, Kenneth Branagh wrote in his autobiography that he was one of the finalists for the role of Mozart, but was dropped because Milos Forman wanted to make the film with an American cast, which is a crazy choice. But
yeah.
Mark Hamill, who played Mozart towards the end of the stage play's Broadway run, read with many of the actresses auditioning for the part of Mozart's wife. However, Foreman decided not to cast him because he's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Essentially. And also, similar to Mark Hamill, Milos Forman was not interested in having Tim Curry reprise the stage role because Mark Hamill replaced Tim Curry on the Broadway run. He did so he didn't want Curry to be Mozart, but at Peter Schaffer's suggestion, Curry did screen test for the role of Salieri.
Wow,
that would be nice.
Honestly, all of those guys I'm pretty good with.
Yeah,
I'm glad with what we got, but that would be we gotta. I guess we can't see the screen the play, but
yeah, I wish I could have seen either Mark Hamill or Tim Curry as Mozart. That would have been cool. Speaking of cast, it's time for the modern day recast. We're going to take this movie, we're going to bring it into the modern day. We are recasting Mozart, Salieri, and Constance. So I guess we'll start with Mozart. Start with the main man himself. Jasmine, I'll start with you. Who did you have in as Mozart?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of videos of him recently on his Broadway run and stuff. I don't know. He's giving me that kind of like energy.
Yeah.
And
I can see it.
I feel like we're far enough away from Harry Potter that it's not,
well, yeah. Making a new one. It's fine.
Yeah. But I mean like the real Harry Potter.
The real Harry Potter.
Lord of the Rings. Just kidding. But yeah, so yeah.
I like it. Connor.
Thanks.
So in the same kind of spirit, I wanted with Tom Hulce. I kind of wanted someone who maybe not the biggest name right now, but would take this role and explode after it.
Yeah.
I went Fred Hechinger.
Okay.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
kind of, I think it was like a year ago. He was kind of like in everything as kind of like a supporting actor, kind of like just kind of there. But I think he's a really good actor, and
Yeah.
I think he kind of looked like Tom Hulce, and I think he's got it.
Yeah.
I
agree.
like that. Yeah. I was kind of going in the same sort of vein of like, this isn't like the hugest name, although this Mike has a fairly large name now. But like the same sort of vibe of like, kind of be a little shit, but he can also give off like, I'm extremely talented. It kind of looks a little bit younger than maybe he is. I went with Cooper Hoffman.
I thought about him.
Yeah. I think he can do a good job.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, Salieri, Jasmine.
I have Mark Strong.
Mark Strong.
I thought about that one too.
Yeah, he has those like menacing eyes, and I just think like he would have had that. I would have believed the hate and the admiration at the same time.
I like it. Looks like I'm not familiar with Mark Strong, but he looks like Stanley Tucci. If Stanley Tucci was meaner.
He does.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right, Connor.
I went Oscar Isaac, kind of pulling from kind of like Frankenstein Oscar Isaac of like, I'm going to create this monster, but now I'm going to hate the monster I created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe.
That's a good one. That's a good pick. I went with I just needed like I wanted someone with like pure star power who could really elevate this movie to like the stratosphere. Give me Joaquin Phoenix.
Yo. Okay.
Just go like he can do this. Like he can
Yes.
I mean you can do anything with Joaquin, but like he's also got kind of that like belabored older feel to him. That same way that F. Murray Abraham was. Like he wasn't like a it's hard because like F. Murray Abraham was like 45 when they made this movie, and you look at who's 45 now, and it's like Chris Evans, it's Hemsworth, you know, it's guys who are like ripped, but Joaquin can do the like kind of beaten down look, which I think you kind of need for that character to really truly be effective, and also he's just one of the best actors ever. So I want to see what that looks like.
I like that.
And then finally, we got Constance.
I have Kaylee Spaney.
Oh, fantastic! I love Kaylee Spaney.
I was thinking her and Priscilla, like she's married to like the genius, whatever. But I think she would like really, really elevate that role.
Yeah, I like
Similar, like sweet looking face too. But yeah.
I went with Rachel Zegler. I
Yeah.
want stage presence, and I think she's gonna nail it.
Yep.
I agree with that.
I same sort of deal. I wanted someone that like had that presence, and also had proven in the past that they can be like a strong female, in this type of movie. I went with Thomasin McKenzie,
Okay, yeah.
which I mean, Last Night in Soho, she's incredible in. I think she can absolutely knock this out of the park. Okay, that's the modern day recast. It's time for my my choice category here. So I went with the a new category that Connor came up with. It's the portmanteau double feature, building an unhinged double feature off the name alone. Give me E2 Amadeus. And so I don't know if this was necessarily part of the category, but I'm reimagining this movie as if we smashed those two together. So this is a sexy road trip movie between two bitter rival composers and one of their wives. Of
like
course,
it.
that is E2 Mama Tambien and Amadeus, for those who aren't aware.
I had a one off the top of the head too that
What'd you have?
Amadeus. Wait, hold on. I gotta think about it again. Amadeus: A Future Past. Or whatever the
Amadeus?
the X-Men movie.
Nice.
That's really
Whatever.
funny.
Yeah, where it's like you have this movie and then a bunch of mutants show up.
Nice.
I like that.
to stop him from killing Mozart.
That'd
I
be
was
fun.
I was gonna go with Bad Amadeus, which would have been really fun. As like set it in modern days, and it's instead of men, it's women who are part of the PTA at the local high school. Hey, it could have happened, but I like E2 Amadeus a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right, hot takes. As we start to wind down here, I'll start with you. This is my big hot take. Connor, you kind of touched on this a little bit before. I'm just going to say, I really like when a movie that takes place in a foreign country with its own language just completely disregards that. It does it straight in English. And they're like, this is how it is. You're going to deal with it. I love it. I think it's great.
I think it's some balls on you as
It
a
is.
director to just say, I don't give a damn
Yeah.
if this takes place in Italy, Germany, Spain. I don't care. I'm making it American.
American accents, straight English. That's what we're doing. I love it. I think it's so good when they do that.
It is good. I like that one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what are you guys' hot takes?
My hot take is that the title of the film being Amadeus and not anything having to do with Salieri is the funniest joke.
Yeah.
And just
Good call. I didn't even think of it
Incredible.
that way.
yeah, just when you watch it and then you're like, wait, this is named after Mozart, not Salieri. yeah,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
That was really
Extremely
good.
ironic
That's a really good
title.
one, too.
I like it.
Mine is, it's not even a hot take. It's more of just like, there was no wrong choice for best actor. If you gave it to Hulce or Abraham, it was going to be a win for both of them, no matter what.
Yeah. I think that's true. They were both. I mean, I haven't seen the other Best Actor nominated films, but like, I can't really imagine how it would go with anyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, is this movie ruined by technology? Yes.
100%.
Yeah, undoubtedly. For the simple reason that like Mozart would drop his music on Spotify and
Yeah.
he'd be like a genius. He'd get discovered on YouTube by
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Jay-Z or something.
Because the whole point about him being broke and in debt solved right there.
Yeah. Yep.
He'd be like, hold on, I made this really cool mix, guys. Listen.
Mozart's a SoundCloud rapper in the 21st
Yeah.
century.
There's ice baths and saunas that he can just rest in.
Yeah.
So he's not just exhausted.
Yeah. Okay, prop.
I got an interesting one.
Okay. Well, then go with
And
you.
I'm ready to fight for it if I have to. I'm taking Tom Hulce's laugh. Because the movie uses it as a prop.
No, you're right.
Fantastic. I
It is
love
used
that.
as a prop throughout the movie, and I think it should be available as a prop to take, and I'm taking it.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. That's
Little
fantastic.
voice box. I like it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Ghostface.
Yes, I was thinking that.
Exactly.
Yep.
Not
Put it on
because
the
of all the
soundboard.
Scream rewatches, but yeah. It's like
Oh
the
no,
same
not at
thing.
all. Not at all.
Yeah. I want just like as many of those dripping wax candles as possible.
Oh, interesting.
I want to cover my entire house in them, just with the wax already. Like they're not fresh; they've been
Yeah.
used.
There's like long stretches of wax going
Yeah.
down the side. Yeah.
I've never
These are
seen.
always so practical.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Well, I know the curtains. It might be
Curtains,
pose
you
a
got,
problem
like,
with the curtains last week.
Yeah.
Though. Now I got to
Yeah.
keep the candles away from them. But
I feel like you're just furnishing your house.
I
really,
am.
Is what you're doing.
I'm making the Clue house in my own way.
Okay. I want the pink and white wig that Mozart wears during the.
That was
the
I was going
opera.
to take that if you did not let me take the laugh.
No, I need that wig. It's just iconic.
That, or I was going to take Constance's corset
Mm.
in the scene we're introduced to her, and I'm like, okay, girl.
Yeah, I definitely need that.
Yeah.
Okay, final category here. This is kind of like we moved around. Our award goes to, we're renaming it to MVP of the movie. Jasmine, who is your MVP of Amadeus?
Director Milos Forman.
Mm.
There's too much of this movie that's like all so good that if you have to take the one person who's at the helm of all of it,
I think that's a good call.
I gotta go director.
Yeah. Connor?
I was gonna go F. Murray Abraham, but I think that's actually a really good point because there's so many other things you could point to just being so terrific. But for the sake of diversity, I'm gonna pick F. Murray Abraham because I truly think the way that he's able to showcase his emotions it's incredible, especially like the distinction between like him in the present versus him in the past.
Yeah, I like it. Can I give it to Mozart?
Yeah.
Like actual Mozart, not Tom Hulce, but like the real Mozart.
Yeah.
I feel like at its core, he's kind of the MVP. Really, he comes out the winner.
Can I say God?
Yeah.
He chose a good one.
God lost, so maybe not.
Mozart though, pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll roll with that. All right, final scores for Amadeus. Connor, I'll start with you because this was your pick.
5, man. Again, I said it. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think this is easily one of the best picture winners of all time as well. Just incredible acting, incredible direction, just incredible music that we didn't even really touch on that deep, but it's just incredible all around. 5.
Yeah.
Jasmine, what about you?
4.8. Just like solid 4.8, just because the tiny little thing with the pacing in the middle. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. But again, this movie's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's a little long, and I just could. I feel like it just didn't quite hit that upper echelon for me, but it's close. It's really close.
Mm-hmm.
So 4.5 still feels like a very good score for it. So that brings us to an average score of a 4.77, which is number 6 all time on our list here. Just above Sinners at a 4.75 and just below Alien from 1979 at a 4.78. So it's real close. But with that said, that is going to do it for this episode of the Filmbox podcast. If you like what you listen to, leave a rating, subscribe, follow us on your favorite podcast platform. You can go to our website, firstpicturehouse.com. We actually got some stuff kind of in the works. Connor and I have been thinking about some stuff, so be on the lookout for some of that. Visit Jasmine on TikTok. She's making a lot of great content, a lot of just great movie content, a lot of stuff on Scream, which has been really good too.
Thanks.
Really fun to watch.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then you can also check out our Letterboxd accounts. Those are linked in the show notes below. And yeah. Oh, and check us out on socials too. You can check us out on TikTok too.
Yeah.
You can see clips of these pods being posted all the time, and other great content like Project Hail Mary review or my review of Wuthering Heights, that sort of stuff too. So with that said, that is going to do it for this episode, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Bye.